Hi everybody, welcome to EduTap and also welcome to the current affairs session that is currently going on for the NABARD Grade A 2025 exam, where we cover all the news that are related to agriculture and rural development sector in India. Why? Because in NABARD Grade examination, ARD current affair, they play a major role, and these news would help you to answer direct multiple choice questions. Also, you can beautifully use them in descriptive answer writing and in general to understand, what are the current situations that we have in the ARD sector. That also these news would help you to have a better understanding of that. So we are going to understand three very important news today. But before that, here is a big announcement from the EduTap team that we have come up with never before offers for our different courses that we offer, and for your regulatory body examinations we have come up with flat 74% off, and this is valid from 4th to just 6th of August. All right, so it's a good opportunity that you have got to know about this offer today, right? 4th से 6th तक है, ठीक है? The it was extended because a lot of you demanded for it, because because you all could not take the benefit of it, and that is why we have extended it to 4 to 6. And we are offering flat 74% off, and to avail the offer, when you visit the website, the link of it is given in the description box below. You have to use the coupon code one time 74. All right, one time 74 is the coupon code that would help you to get 70% off flat on your regulatory courses, or if you're specifically going for NABARD Grade A examination. And like if you're interested in other examinations which are mentioned here, you can explore on our website. All right, so do not miss the opportunity. I would recommend, just don't wait for 6th of August. Just if you want, like, you can explore the courses and buy it as soon as possible. All right, so today we are going to understand three important schemes. First is the National Cooperative Policy 2025. It has recently been unveiled. However, not much of the details have been yet been out in the news, but most of the gist we are going to understand. Again, it would help you to write descriptive answers better also, if not in MCQs questions are asked. Second is that India has recently signed an MOU with Maldives Memorandum of Understanding in agriculture sector also. Basically, like 6 MOUs were signed. One of it is related to our allied agriculture, that is fishery sector. Okay, so what are like the points in that MOU? Those were being agreed upon. We will talk about that. And finally, like, what is the blueprint for agriculture revolution 4.0, which the government has come up with? We will understand the most important data points of it, right? So first of all, coming to the national cooperative policy, which has been recently unveiled by our home minister and minister of cooperation. Okay, and he replaced the existing policy which came in 2022, okay, with the I'm sorry, 2002, not 2022, in 2002, with the new one which has recently been launched from New Delhi. Okay, and what will be the timeline of it? So it will be from 2025 to 45. Okay, so for certain period the policy has been launched so that the targets can be met accordingly, because you can't make this policy for infinite time, because maybe after a certain while the current objectives would have to change, right? Because for today, whatever objectives are there, those will be valid for 10 or 20 years only if they are properly met. Then we knew when then we require what, the new targets, and that is why time span has been kept from 2025 to 2025. And I think it's commendable thing to keep policies for shorter duration. That would, in a way, create a certain pressure also on the stakeholders to complete the targets beforehand, and that would lead to better progress in the field. ठीक है, aligning with the Viksit Bharat 2047 में अभी government has expected that we will be developed, or we are trying to be developed country by 2047. That is why abhi 2045 tak rakhi hai. And also, UN has declared 2025 as international years of cooperative. So like, it's a good thing, right? That in 2025 only we have come up with a policy, right? So isme you don't keep in mind that, okay, when this comparison, that when it was declared international year, then only we are launching. No, don't keep that in mind. But yes, you can keep this in mind that UN has declared the year 2025 as the international year of cooperative. cooperatives. So every year basically UN come up with a theme so that more and more talk on that particular topic happens, so that more development can happen in that. So before that it was like international year of millet, right? Now it is international year of cooperative, right? So that different countries, it draws their attention, right? And they can do the development over there or improvement in that. ठीक है, अब key highlights बात करें of that this unveiling that happened. ठीक है, first of all, policy framework and vision was set up. So 48 members were a committee was set up, which was chaired by Suresh Prabhu, and 48 members were there in the committee, and inputs were taken from all the states, academia, cooperatives, in fact from RBI and NABARD also. Like 12-13 meetings happened, a lot of discussions happened, around more than 400 discussions happened, and then this policy has come up. And main focus, like if you talk about what is the main focus of the scheme, which government has been keep saying, that सहकार से समृद्धि. ठीक है, अब we have moved ahead, but I just realized that some of you might still get confused, like what are cooperatives, right? So although because we have taken a lot of these ARD current affairs session, and those who are following, they might know, but let me just tell you, like for the very first time if you're looking at this session. ठीक है, cooperative का simple basic concept ये है, when people they come together, cooperation. This cooperative term has come from cooperation. What is cooperation? When people they support each other. So basic idea of cooperatives in agriculture sector, if specifically I talk about, or animal husbandry sector, like allied sector. ठीक है, the basic idea is that farmers they come together and they all contribute input together. Because of this, what happens, it will be less expensive for them. ठीक है, they contribute inputs together into the field, or maybe if they're doing aquaculture into the water or ponds, right? Or maybe if they're doing animal husbandry in the dairy sector, whatever. ठीक है, come together, put input together, sell together, because when they will be selling together, it will be in a bulk, and then in a bulk they can send to big industries, or in fact they can export also, right? So to sell in bulk, and then whatever profit is earned, then it is shared together. So this is the basic concept of cooperatives. ठीक है, so and especially in India, because we have like around 86% of small and marginal farmers if we talk about in agriculture sector. So it's very very important that cooperatives is being encouraged among the farmers, so that they can have better results, better yield, ठीक है, and better profits. ठीक है, तो सहकार से समृद्धि, so this is the main title I would say of cooperative movement that is going on in India. सहकार means what? Cooperation, and समृद्धि means prosperity. तो basically aim क्या है आपका, जो भी cooperative policy चल रही है, aiming for the prosperity through cooperation. Hindi translation is सहकार से समृद्धि, English is prosperity through cooperation. This is what the government is planning to do. Apart from that, there are other ambitions and targets also that are set up, that establish at least one cooperative in each village. At least एक तो होना ही चाहिए, with the goal of setting 2 lakh PACS is your primary agriculture credit society. अब देखो, if cooperatives are made, definitely they would be sometime, or many of time it happen that they would be requiring loan, maybe to buy something new, and even then that loan amount is also distributed among the people. So it's actually it becomes it is actually less burden than for farmers, right, for to buy anything or to do anything, because all the expenses are then divided among the people. ठीक है, तो how the credit is being taken? Credit मतलब लोन कहाँ से लेंगे? वैसे तो banks are there, but we talk when we are talking from the urban point of view, right? But still in remotest of the remote villages things are lacking, right? So PACS आपकी primary agriculture credit society है. These has been established in villages so that they have a space to buy loans, and in fact now in not loans but yeah credit. ठीक है, थोड़ा credit लेना, and in fact there now there the inputs are also kept, जैसे fertilizers are kept, seeds are kept, so that the farmer have a place in fact to buy these things also. ठीक है, तो all in all क्या है आपका PACS भी एम है कि 2026 तक कितने होने चाहिए, प्लस एटलीस्ट एक कोऑपरेटिव तो एवरी विलेज में होना चाहिए. ठीक है, ऑल्सो द एम ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट इज टू ट्रिपल द कोऑपरेटिव सेक्टर कंट्रीब्यूशन इन जीडीपी बाय 2034. ठीक है, इतना एम कर रहे हैं अभी. ठीक है, उसके अलावा इसके स्ट्रैटेजिक कुछ पिलर्स है, लाइक व्हाट आर द व्हेन वी से दैट डेवलपमेंट विल हैपन ऑफ कोऑपरेटिव, सो व्हाट आर द पिलर्स ऑफ दैट, जिसमें ये आपकी नींव रखी गई है ना. तो ये नींव क्या है आपकी उस कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी की? स्ट्रेंथनिंग द फाउंडेशन एस्पेक्ट, मतलब मींस बेटर गवर्नेंस हो. Better governance means whatever has been launched by the government, it's actually implemented at the grassroots level, where even the feedbacks are taken and improvement is done in that particular sector. ठीक है, regulation of the policies are properly done. Vibrancy in operation means variations in operations, right? It should not be like one operation centric, so that it will be slow growth, right? So having that future preparedness in technology and professionalism, these has to be incorporated into the farmers, and their technology has to be incorporated in their current whatever culturing they do, right? So that they can have better output. Inclusivity and outreach, including everybody, including like women, youth, the reserved category, the tribals, ठीक है सबको. These words have been used in your news, but using backward classes would be the better word, I would say, even to write in your descriptive answer writing, right? Just write backward classes or reserved classes, ठीक है. Then diversification into emerging sectors, insurance, tourism means when we talk about then well, the promoting cooperative, it would not be restricted just to one source. Even though, you know, when we study agriculture, it's always been taught that just don't rely on farming, or just don't rely on animal husbandry. What if like you have 3 cows and now all are disease infected? What would you do? Or maybe you had just you were having crops, and because of any natural calamity, they just perish. What would you do? Right? So always go for different source of income. That is what we are being taught in agriculture. Similarly here also, when the cooperatives will be made, then, you know, other avenues would open for them. They would be taught that what are the other ways apart from the conventional ways that the farmers are following, for them to have better source of income. Okay. Youth engagement in leadership and cooperatives, like this would be done. How it would be done? So basically recently, you know, a university has been set up for it. ठीक है. National cooperative जो त्रिभुवन सहकारी यूनिवर्सिटी है, ये establish की गई है, so that वहाँ पे proper cooperative training हो, again so that leadership build हो पाए. ठीक है. Digital transformation, PACS, computerization, PACS primary agriculture credit society, उसका computerization, so that, you know, first of all governance is proper. Like the senior authority know that if the PACS is functioning properly or not, if they themselves require money, so that they can further provide credit or not, right? So all these things, transparency के लिए उसका digitalization किया गया. त्रिभुवन सहकारी यूनिवर्सिटी establish की गई. मॉडल नेशनल कोऑपरेटिव पॉलिसी एक्ट envisaged for standard state adoption, मतलब कि same adopted हो हर जगह. That's what being said. Sectoral expansion and economic portrayal, encouragement of cooperatives in dairy sector also. Again, as I said, not just restricted to one type, but encouraging for dairy also, natural farming, fisheries, like to diversify. Okay. And then apart from that, financial access, governance, discipline, like these are the things which are being expected from the National Cooperative Policy 2025. I hope you have the clarity. Again, like, you know, these are the basics that you need to understand. Okay. If you want to study extra a little bit, you can study about PACS, to get the understanding. Baki it's fine. Okay. Next is that Ministry of Minister from the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, recently they outlined key AI tools and also IoT's Internet of Things based solution, where they are focusing on modernizing agriculture. जैसे जैसे ये आपकी इनकम है, ठीक है. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल किसान ई मित्रा. सो बेसिकली किसान ई मित्रा इज अ चैटबॉट. ठीक है. इट इज रिलेटेड टू योर पीएम किसान सम्मान निधि योजना. ठीक है. किसान सम्मान निधि योजना, किसान, okay. PM Kisan, full form PM Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana. Under that we have Kisan E-Mitra. Basically it is a AI powered voice chatbot होता है. ठीक है. तो whatever queries a farmer have, they can just ask them from this chatbot. ठीक है. And they would reply them. ठीक है. And give them the solution. So because we know that India, you know, a lot of regional language exist, and most of the farmers might not know the common Hindi or like English, right? So in 11 regional languages, these the chatbot, it replies, so that it becomes easier for farmer to understand and communicate. ठीक है. आंसर स्कीम रिलेटेड क्वेरी. कौन सी स्कीम? पीएम किसान सम्मान निधि. ठीक है. हैंडलिंग 2000 प्लस क्वेरीज अ डे. ठीक है. फिर नेक्स्ट है नेशनल पेस्ट सर्वेलेंस सिस्टम. तो अभी करंटली व्हाट हैपेंस, व्हेन डज अ फार्मर गेट टू नो दैट अ पेस्ट इन्फेस्टेशन हैज हैपेंड इन अ फील्ड? when he see the destruction, right? But what if we already have the idea at a very nascent stage, when they were only, you know, 5 6 or 10 15, or maybe like around these pests were there, if then only we got to know, okay, and then we can prepare for the worst situation. देखो, it never happens that if you find 4 insects or pests in the field, you just start up with the pesticides. No, it's wrong. So there is a economic threshold level होता है, means वहां तक, means till that time, if these pests are there, and even if they're eating up the leaves or maybe fruits, then it is considered acceptable, because from in that the yield is not hampered. But if they cross this threshold, then they becomes problematic, then they cause loss to the farmer. Okay. So there are pest surveillance system that has been launched by the ministry, which use your AI, that that is your artificial intelligence, and ML is your machine learning. And because of that, what happens, the it can be scanned in the field, the density, or you can say the population would be the right word, the population of the pest. Okay. And with this constant surveillance, the farmer can get the idea then what, when it is the right time to add the pesticide into the field. ठीक है. अभी 61 crops के लिए 400 pest types has been identified. Like this particular national pest surveillance system can identify 400 pest types in the 61 crops. ठीक है. Then crop health monitoring, ठीक है, to using AI and machine learning to monitor the health of the crop also, like is it in the need of water, or like any extra care we have to do of the plant. All these things can be done. ठीक है. अभी primarily rice और wheat ले रखा है. देखो, you have to understand that currently technology in agriculture in India, it's in the budding stage, right? So we have started off with the small steps, but I'm we should be glad that at least we have started off with it. We are already too late, I would say. ठीक है. Then agriculture, कुछ digital agriculture projects हैं which are under your national e-governance plan in agriculture of the digital agriculture mission, where the states and UTs are, they are being they're being encouraged, they are being funded to adopt the AI, machine learning, and information of technology systems incorporated in the state, so that rapidly this revolution can take place in agriculture. Soil health card program है आपका, जो real time soil fertility assessment it can give. It can tell that which nutrient is lacking in the field, and accordingly then the farmer can buy that fertilizer. Abhi usually what happens, if farmer is not seeing yield in the field or lesser yield, he just comes up with urea because he does not know what nutrient is lacking, right? So that is why abhi kya hai, now we have soil health card program also run by the government, which would help to identify like what are the nutrient availability or other factors also, other parameters. So overall 12 parameters hain which are checked, and the soil health card is made, and as per it the farmer can focus on the land and have better yield. Iske alawa there is also one scheme that is running, per drop more crop. Under this, for micro irrigation, what is micro irrigation? So one normal irrigation, flood irrigation, you must have seen, where the water is just discharged into the field, and we know everything is not absorbed, so much of the water it just goes out of the field and it is wasted. So that is why the government is promoting micro irrigation to conserve the water also, and to increase the productivity. Means whatever drop, that is what is per drop more crop, that whatever drop is being there in the field, it is utilized to nourish the crop. It is not being wasted over there. ठीक है. तो उसके लिए we have micro irrigation system, drip irrigation, sprinkle irrigation. Drip में क्या होता है, like if this is the plant, okay, pipes are like this, so these plants are being cultivated near the pipes, and there are holes in the pipes. So what the drip irrigation system do, drop by drop it just add water into the roots of the plant. ठीक है. And second is sprinkle, it mimics rain. So basically it's like system, like if this is the field and it has like these structures, ठीक है, यहाँ से पानी ऐसे जाता है, ठीक है, पानी it comes like this in the form of mist, and then it goes down in the like a form of rain. तो यहाँ पे कुछ माइक्रो इरिगेशन सिस्टम है, ड्रिप और स्प्रिंकल. ड्रिप आपका इजराइल से ले रखा है, one of the previous year question. And इसके लिए assistant दे दिया government, because see these are costly, like for sprinkle and these drip system, these technologies are costly. Technology तो नहीं बोलेंगे, you can say the instruments that are used, the pipes that are used, those are costly. ठीक है. तो उसके लिए government is providing assistance subsidy. कितना assistance for small and marginal farmers? 55%. Why? Because they can't afford it, right? And for others, like for big farmers, or like for them medium farmers, for them 45% for water use efficiency and reduce inputs. ठीक है. Lastly, we have the news, India Maldives MOU has been signed to enhance fisheries and agriculture cooperation. As I said, 6 MOUs have been signed. So recently our prime minister went to Maldives, ठीक है, and 6 MOUs were signed. One was related to the bilateral cooperation in fisheries and aquaculture. Focus area क्या होंगे आपके, deep sea fishing में, aquaculture development, marine ecosystem research and scientific collaborations होंगे. Objectives क्या है, value chain improve करना. Again, see a lot of cultivation happens in India, be it your at the land, in the water, everywhere, but we don't have post harvest management technology much. So because of that, what happens, whatever harvesting we have, before it reaches to the consumer, it gets wasted. So we have to focus on that, we have to develop that, we have to strengthen that, and that is why this is one of the major point in the MOU signed with Maldives. Why Maldives? See, because the Maldives, it's an island, right? So major of their economy along with tourism, you know, their dependency is on the marine food only, right? So that is why they can help us to or assist us better in the research of these things. Okay, cold storage infrastructure, whatever we have harvested, at least we should have cold storage unit so that it can its shelf life can increase. Similar to refrigerator, if you keep something to refrigerator, it can the shelf life increase to 7 days to 10 days to 15 days, right? But we need like such cold storage units where the temperature can go so low that for months we can save these fishes or whatever aquaculture product we are talking about. Okay, diversified fish species, exploring more and more species cultivation. Okay, capacity building means skill development. Okay, in aquatic animal health, biosecurity, marine engineering, fisheries management, so that you know we can have better productivity. Aim क्या है? Resilient innovative fishery sector बनाना है with the support of technology and infrastructure upgrade. ठीक है, तो that was about it. Now some questions let's do. What is the primary function of AI powered Kisan e-Mitra platform launched by Ministry of Agriculture? So you have the following options. Yes, the correct answer over here. You can pause the video and try to do, but option number C, scheme related voice assistance. कौन सी? Kisan Samman Nidhi. We have talked about it. The the Indian Maldives MOU signed in July 2025 primarily aims to strengthen cooperation in which sector? ठीक है. You can pause and answer. Option number B, aquaculture and marine fisheries is the correct answer. What is the timeline of the newly launched cooperative policy? Very important question. ठीक है. And we have seen कि हमको विकसित भारत 2047 से पहले करना है, तो ऑप्शन नंबर सी 2025 से 2045 तक है. ठीक है. कमिंग टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 4, विच अपकमिंग इंस्टीट्यूशन इज प्लान फॉर कोऑपरेटिव ट्रेनिंग? वैसे देखो नींव रख दी गई है, ठीक है, बट इट्स स्टिल इन प्रोग्रेस. ठीक है, बनना अभी यूनिवर्सिटी बनने में टाइम लगेगा, बट इट हैज बीन लाइक डिक्लेयर्ड दैट दिस इज गोइंग टू बी द यूनिवर्सिटी, त्रिभुवन सहकारी यूनिवर्सिटी. नाउ देयर इज अ होमवर्क क्वेश्चन फॉर यू ऑल. द स्लोगन सहकार से समृद्धि इज द पॉलिसी. इन द पॉलिसी रेफर्स टू व्हाट? पॉलिसी ऑफ नेशनल कोऑपरेटिव्स. ठीक है. And lastly, I again would want to highlight, this is never before offer. We have already extended it once because some of you could not take up the offer, right? So that is why we are declaring again that from 4th to 6th we are coming up with the never before offers for the students, for all of you. And you can explore other courses if you want, but for specifically if I talk about NABARD Grade A examination, we are offering flat 74%. One time 74 is the coupon code that you have to use to get 74% off instantly. This is valid just till 6th. I would say don't waste time, but rest it is up to you. And these are the toppers of the live session. Then where Triveni said the right answer, Vidhi, Pooja, Param, Vishwas, Shreyans said the right answer, Akashdeep, Abhijit, Suchit, Saurav said the right answer, Mehzana said the right answer, Ankul said the right answer, and Anushka. Welcome Anushka. Thank you everybody for watching. Try to attempt the questions, try to study more for the examination, and for more such videos you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can also join our Telegram channel to get the PDF of this and every lecture that we provide here on YouTube. Thank you for watching. All the very best for your exam.